name is Rachel, and I'm here to tell you about the books that I managed to finish during TBR Takedown 4.0 last week. The first one I read was a reread. It's a graphic novel series by Robert Kirkman, who, if that sounds familiar, is the one who wrote The Walking Dead. This one is called Outcast, and Volume 1 is called A Darkness Surrounds Him, and it follows a man who is seemingly kind of attached to a lot of these demon possessions that are taking place in his town, and it seems like maybe he has something that can help cure them. And I just think this is a really great series. I think it's better than The Walking Dead. And I am so excited for Volume 2. The reason I reread this is because I just got my hands on Volume 2, so I decided to go back and revisit this one so that I was refreshed for Volume number 2. And I think I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. Next, I picked up a book that is the first in a new series, and that is The Mysteries of Maisie, Higgins. And this particular book was called The Case of the Stolen Sixpence. This is by Holly Webb, and this is a juvenile series that we got at my school library, and I hadn't read it, but it looked really cute, and I wanted to read it over the summer so I could talk to the students about it, and I'm glad I did. It didn't quite, it's not quite like the mystery that I enjoy, but that's not the point. I think the kids will really enjoy these. It's really short and to the point. It really keeps your attention through it, and there's nothing really big or life-changing in it. The main character, Maisie, is solving this first mystery about a missing sixpence. Somebody's stolen this money, and she has to figure out who it is so she can help her friend get her job back. And she also finds this little puppy, and she's trying to find who would put this puppy in the river, which is where she found him. And it kind of, seems a little bit dark because they're in kind of a poor England town, but it's nothing too deep for kids, and I think they're going to like this mystery series. I gave this 3 out of 5 stars for me, but I think the kids are really going to like it. Next, I read Volume 2 of the Explorer series by Kazu Kibuishi. He's the person that does Amulet, and Volume 2 is called The Lost Islands. And the first book was called The Mystery Boxes, and I really, really enjoyed that series. I gave that one a 4 out of 5, so I jumped at the chance to read this one. It's been on my TBR for a while. I just didn't have my hands on it until now, and I just think these are so adorable. Basically, all of these graphic novel, comic writers and artists and everybody involved come together to make these editions, and they all revolve around one topic. And this one, since it's called Lost Island, is revolving around lost islands. And it's awesome to see how the artists interpret this. The same thing with the mystery boxes. They gave them this theme of mystery box, and then they just go. It's awesome to see the different ways the story goes, and just the different approaches with art, and the different ways they tell stories in this graphic novel setting. I think these are just amazing. I would say that I like the first one a little bit better than this one, but I still think these are great collections, and I would definitely recommend them. Next up, I read a review book. I received this book from NetGalley, and it's by Karen Rivers, and it's called Before We Go Extinct. I picked this up because I loved the cover. I thought it was going to be, kind of a cute summer shark book, but it was really, really deep. It's really about a boy who is obsessed with sharks, who has just lost his best friend, and it's basically just about his grief process, and it is phenomenal. It is such a great book, and it is coming out tomorrow, which will be June 28th, so definitely go check that out. It is so, so good. I gave it 4.5 stars. And lastly, as a book for my newest haul, I read Escape from Asylum by Madeline Rowe. This is the prequel to the series, like Volume 0.5. The typical series follows these 3 friends who meet at this college experience, and the dorm they're placed in is an old asylum, and it's haunted. And this one, I think, was the scariest, and it was, I think, the best. This particular volume takes place when the asylum is actually up and running, and the evil warden is there taking things over. And it follows a story of Ricky, who is a bisexual teenager who was put in the asylum because he is bisexual. And this book was just, I think, much better than the other ones. I was so impressed about the quality, I think, especially considering that I think the last one wasn't as great, and then I read the short stories and I didn't really like those, so I wasn't really expecting that much from this one, but I think this one was the best in the series so far, so I would definitely recommend starting with this one and then going from there if you want, because it did add a lot of backstory, I think. I feel like I read them as they were published, but it just seemed like out of order. I would really like to go back now and read them all like in order, chronologically, and see how it goes. But I gave this one 4 out of 5. And those are all the books that I managed to read during TBR Takedown 4.0. I'm pretty impressed with what I got done. I did kind of hope to finish one last book that I had started on Sunday, but I got caught up in Shark Week, and yeah, I'm afraid it's going to be the same thing for the rest of the week. I probably won't get much done because Shark Week's on. But I did have a lot of fun participating, so thank you to Shannon over at Leaning Lights for hosting, and thank you all for watching. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and if you don't mind, go ahead and hit that subscription button to be notified when I post new videos. And thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you again with another video soon. Bye for now.